Today, little Rimrims on Rimworld Ideology, we're going to do a lot more ideology and a lot less Rimworld. This series was always intended as a way for me to learn those ideology mechanics, and I think it's fairly safe to say we've ticked off the Rimworld aspect. Ice Wolf 3 was immediately killed and replaced with Ice Wolf 4. We've captured more or less every innocent person on the map and then kicked over 150 barrels of sewage into the prison. And we did almost die of heat stroke in the first 30 seconds. So today we're going to double down and focus on what makes Jilp, Jilp. We're going to try and get everybody converted to his quite frankly horrible way of living life. And we're already not off to a bad start with that. We've converted Winbernays, our little elf prisoner. But you can't just make an ideology with an ideology. You need decorations. Slabs, for example, covered in skeletons. That will almost certainly make people want to join our colony. Not to mention, I would absolutely love to get out there and do some caravanning today. We were just told about a legendary catacomb not far from hell. You know what? That one's actually a bit more doable. So we're going to convert the people, convert the base to be a bit more representative of Jilp, and then we're going to bring the glory and love of Jilp to the entire planet, or at least to that Viking catacomb. So Winbernays, the elf, is completely converted now. Let's flip you over to recruit as soon as possible. We've only got another 3 resistance remaining on the other elf, and then Nathan is 28% certainty. It is also probably worth mentioning as well that apparently this faction here are the faction associated with the caravan adventure mod, so we might need to win them back over again. And I think the way I'm going to do that is the same way you win anybody over in Rimworld, with cold, hard drugs. I would like to, though, every single time we complete the first part of the Archonexus quest and we restart the colony, I'd like to go for a different method of attaining the colony wealth needed to move on to the next part of the quest. I don't really want it to just be growing a load of drugs and then growing a load of drugs. And the best part is the second we recruit the elf that now has our Ideoligion, we can give somebody the Bringer of Struggle, our moral guide role. That way we can start converting over Cop and Poopy before they start converting over our people to their... No! Poopy! This type of shit is exactly what I'm talking about, and I mean shit as in not like Poopy, although I guess it was Poopy this time. 618 slate blocks. I feel like we can start working on a proper little Jilp-themed base now. So our Ideoligion has 2 kind of central themes. We've got Techist and we have Morbid. I think that a big part of ideology is going to be the base design. They've put a lot of emphasis on how you decorate things and especially how impressive rooms are. Ah, there it is. Fantastic. Now, what were you good at, Winbernays? You were incredible at mining. And we've got this really cool mod enabled this time around called Job in Bar that lets you see, get this, their job, I hope you're keeping up, in the bar. For a lot of them, I've just given them something, you know, kind of related to what they've done so far, but for you, it helps us keep track of everybody a little bit easier. You're also really, really good at crafting as well. Let's go mining and crafting for the badges there. So Cop's main job is cooking, so let's go cooking and intellectual for you. We've got a separate job we could give to Poopy, because Poopy and Lumpy, what a terrible combination of names. Poopy and Lumpy are stepping on each other's toes quite a lot, which is a terrible, terrible sentence. I suppose we could have her handling animals rather than Jilp. And then Jilp is the ideas, man. We're going to put you as primarily social and I guess building as well. So now we've got that role enabled. We need to pick someone with a very, very good social skill to make it work. And the problem is we don't really have anybody besides Jilp. Jilp already has the title of Jilp. And I would feel weird giving that to anyone else, to be honest. It would cause way too much confusion. One of these... Oh, yeah, look, Nathan. If we can get Nathan, I think it's worth holding out until we've got him recruited and we name him the Bringer of Struggle instead. 11.88 social double passion will make for an incredible character capable of converting people super, super fast. And right now our hot seat storyteller is Phoebe Chillax, right? So we might as well do things like rebuild the base and make it somewhat less flammable and build our kind of fancy vanity structures. This room is building specifically to have as an area for an altar or have the gladiator fights. And the other thing I'd like to do too is build an actual dedicated stockpile room. And I think while we've got Phoebe Chillax enabled, I'm going to spend the best part of a couple of days here just taking all of the slate chunks back to the base. We've got to make the most of all of this Igor free time. 8.3% certainty, 1.2 mood. And then the second we get Nathan too, we can free Jilp up for more of a building job than wardening. Everything's all fallen into place right now. And the best part is I don't think it was anything to do with the fact that Jilp can shoot a fireball. Well, and miss. He's missed over half of them so far. Oh, a pillage? Phoebe, that's not very chillax at all. Oh, It's just a single guy. Gunner, Lion Slayer, Bollison. Yeah, but like what? I mean, of course I know him. He's me. What the fuck? Oh my god, there's a... I'm so confused. This isn't anything I've made. I would like to clarify that. Well, I mean, this is a guy who's got his life sorted out. What can I say? What's going on? Why is he blue? Hello? This will be fine today, I thought to myself. A lot of stuff might have happened in the first episode, but it was all setting up for the inevitable greatness of having some pretty good characters in the colony. And then some Viking guy turns up claiming to worship me. It's a bit weird. It's very meta. Please kill him. Well, actually kill him, though. A man like that cannot be trusted. Oh, my God. Oh, I kind of feel bad for him at this point. Where are you going? Goodbye, Lion Slayer. I feel like a part of me died with you. Oh, shit. Well, I guess Poopy was very upset by it. I really should stop saying oh shit for that. That was once again Smokeleaf Withdrawal knocking her down. Ah, there you go. Right, okay, now let's flip you very, very quickly over to recruit. Ah, my good friend Nathan. You may have only just joined us, but for no reason at all, I feel like I should make you our moral leader. And there we are, our final prisoner. While I was paying attention to the prison, apparently we had traveling mecha droids here that left us 4 components. Hey, I'll take that. Oh god, is it that time already? It's Randy Random. Oh. So our nice relaxing time spent rebuilding the base has been used up. What have we done with that? Really, almost nothing. I made a slight mistake there. I did accidentally recruit Venrali rather than converting Venrali, but I do still think it is faster to put them in the prison and convert them from there. Mainly because going forward, I'm going to use Nathan to try and convert Cop and Poopy whenever Poopy actually decides to wake up. Oh, hiding room Jilp? What's wrong with you? Want Jilp apparel? That is a man who has regressed fully to caveman form. Me, Jilp. Me want Jilp apparel. What is... Remind me here, what is Jilp apparel? I believe it's the torture crown, correct? Can we see... Yeah, there we are. Required apparel requires torture crown. Sorry, I'll get right on that. Ah, there we go. Wow, that was incredible. That was 20%. I do find it very bizarre that you can convert your colonists far faster by imprisoning them and then converting them overnight than you can over the course of days and days and days of the moral leader trying to convert them. And there we are. Varanle, welcome. I guess the point of that is that it is conversion under duress more than anything else. We've got another cook. Well, you are our best cook and you've got a double passion, so it makes sense to give you that position. Ah, and she's our second best plants character as well. I won't lie, she's not a fantastic recruit, but she's pretty good for what we need at this stage of the game. What else am I gonna do with Nathan? Really doesn't have any particularly good skills quite yet. I suppose we will make you Pope of Jilp and also part-time cleaner. We do have a bulk goods trader here. I wasn't even planning on having a look, but I suppose it couldn't hurt. We've got a lot of rice and cloth we could sell. Ah. Okay, you know what? Maybe this wasn't a terrible idea. We can trade away roughly 1/5 of our cloth stockpile for our first advanced component. I think that's a great deal. Blue milk from my favorite Star Wars film. Sorry, I couldn't even say that as a joke. We could also buy the shield belt too. It doesn't prevent the wearer from firing outside of it. I'll let them keep their king's robes. We will sell just over half our cloth there in exchange for... Whoops, hang on. Give them a little bit more. There you go. In exchange, we've got an advanced component and a shield that apparently lets us fire out of it. For Jilp, that's going to be incredibly high tier. Now, as I said, the focus of things for today is the ideology, and we've done a very good job so far of converting a handful of people. And we actually have our Pope of Jilp now in the form of Nathan. So my next goal is to build a tailoring bench and try and give everybody more of a faction uniform. We do need the backpacks and the jumpsuits as a minimum. Oh, and they've also left us a gift. What the hell is that? A flamingo leather deer skull. Those are 4 words I like in that order. Nathan, do you need to wear a hat? Because that would be very high tier Pope apparel. The bringer of struggle has to wear a skull cap. Damn it. We could give it to Poopy. Poopy doesn't have a face. Poopy, I can't believe these words are about to come out of my mouth. Aesthetically, you might be one of the coolest characters we've ever had. She wears a deer skull on her head because she doesn't have a face. I've heard rumors that under Poopy's mask, There's in fact nothing there. Now, I've stopped all of the other building jobs besides the final wall on the stockpile because that one just kind of makes sense. We'll expand this room out and turn it into a proper workroom. The stove can come back down here, at which point we might even expand the wall out and turn it into a proper kitchen as well. But to be honest, I think we do need a proper bathroom. We've got 7 people, all sharing the same wooden latrine. And maybe a bit more importantly, we have absolutely nowhere that any of them can actually wash. With the exception, of course, of this stagnant pond. Oh, and look there. Look very closely. Look right here. That's right. In this stagnant pond, you can see... that seems to be YouTube comments. That's it. Don't fear the sideways vanometric power cell. The sideways vanometric power cell can't hurt you. Dare I say it? Are we going to go for an actual... proper full-on toilet? Why not? You can have a basin. I may even let you bathe. I guess for the time being we'll go... Oh my god, 200 steel. Good lord. I guess we'll go log boiler given that we are in a jungle and a hot water tank as well. I'm going to build the wind pump over the farm so we don't have to worry about potentially having to chop down trees before everybody dies of thirst. And then finally, a water tower. It's another 25 steel. Oh god, okay. A local boomalope has gone mad. That's fine, we can deal with that. The question is... can we deal with whatever storyteller we have now? This is, again to reiterate, default hot seat settings. I might need to lower it because this is far too much. Oh my god. Speaking of far too much. Well, look everybody, it's our good friend Igor Invader. Hello, Igor Invader. Igor, meet my good friend Poopy, the faceless assassin who has the skulls of her enemies. Assuming in this case her enemy is a deer. Please kill it. Bloody hell. Oh, I'll put the fire out fast. We don't fuck around with this anymore. I have learned my lesson sincerely. Wow, he put down that bathroom fast. Holy crap, Jilp. What's his construction level? We are only up to 11.23. I mean, that's very good, obviously. The log boiler's running. Hey, there we go. Look at that. We can now have ourselves nice, warm baths. Because in the religion of Jilp, we do not care about comfort. Actually, I genuinely wonder if that will have an effect on it. Maybe I should have tried cold baths first. Well, the next step is some way of getting rid of all the sewage from the pipe. So I'm thinking we do the environmentally responsible thing. We take our waste and then we pump it to where it's somebody else's problem. Thanks, BP. Very cool. Oh, okay. A band of thugs sent by the Empire of Omea calls to you from nearby. They have to keep your colony safe from threats, even ones potentially caused by them, as long as we pay silver that we don't have. What an offer. What an incredible offer. They seem happy about my refusal. You know what? Bring it on. We've got Poopy. Oh, we had Poopy. Poopy, you good? Okay, we don't have Poopy. Poopy is busy being, well, Poopy. Well, tragically, the vanometric power cell isn't enough to power the entire base. Oh, damn it. Poopy is still down. They will raid you in the upcoming 12 hours. We are raiders. We tell you nothing. Mind your own business. All right. And by 12 hours, they meant immediately then. I mean, they weren't wrong. They did just say within the upcoming 12 hours. 137 raid strength. It isn't bad, and what I can't help but notice is you have bought me a kind gift in the form of a pickaxe. I do love the color-coordinated factions in Ideology. I think that is quite cool. Great memory, kleptomaniac, steadfast. Okay, you're actually not bad at all. Tribal outlaw Daealism. They're untrustworthy. Psychopath and hygienic. I assume that means they don't have to bathe so often. As I said before, I've tweaked Dub's bad hygiene so we get the thirst effects, the survival effects without the need for bathing every 20 minutes. I would like to capture you, but I won't lose any sleep if both of you get horribly killed. Oh, Jilp, you absolute fool. I sent him to go and get Poopy's gun, which is... that's not a gun you want to get on the wrong end of, let me tell you. Who is our best shot? Is it Cop? Cop and Lumpy are the only ones basically capable of using this. All right, brilliant. Okay, here's the plan. Nathan and Venrelai. You're going to hide over here. Then we're going to get Cop and Dr. Lumpy to stand just there. And by over there, I meant slightly behind cover. Come up there, give him a hand. Cop? Is Cop a coward? That fucker. I think as long as we very quickly draft them up and undraft them, and or maybe even just moving them back to combat should do it. But as far as I recall, it's not so much a problem for the player as it is for the AI, so don't worry about the coward trait too much. We did get ourselves a pickaxe, so that's really, really high tier. That is a gift for you, my friend. The steel axe is just a regular melee weapon, right? Yeah, no work speed bonuses from that one, but it would be better to give you that rather than, well, nothing, to be honest. And we'll give Nathan the wooden mace as well. Oh my god, another one. Wow. Okay. They're bringing a hammer. Again, hammer is very, very high tier. Assuming we actually survive it. Oh, Poopy's back up. Poopy, I'm going to give you your gun back. We could just do with some other guns entirely, to be completely honest. Oh my god! What are you talking about? This is raid after raid after... Is that a dwarf? That is absolutely a dwarf. Maybe they'll kill one another. They will kill one another. Oh, great news. Oh. Well, who'd have thought that the bigger raid would win that one? We do have guns, though, so I'm not too bothered about this, I won't lie. Bring him down, Lumpy. Just pretend it's a great big hungry Fenrir. You'll be fine. Nice. Good shot, good shot. Cheeky has 2 clubs. That is horrifying. Poopy, get out of there. Poopy, run. Well, that was a pretty intense. Thank you, Igor. Oh, you're a very good miner. Brio Zago. 7 melee single passion. Mining double passion 12. Do I want to take somebody on who only really has mining? I mean, there is a lot to mine. We're on a mountain map, right? And maybe eventually we'll pivot into making a full-on mountain base. I'm not entirely sure I'm willing to commit to that, but you never know. Hang on a minute. The raid isn't over. Did it say they were fleeing, or is it just me? Well, the combat music stopped too, but this dwarf is still here. Lumpy, kill the dwarf. When I say dwarf, I mean that literally. It's from Outpost 21's Incredible Fantasy Race mod. The Forgotten Realms, specifically. That's how I know it's an actual dwarf. Well, the drug fields are all planted. The prison is warm and welcoming. And we've done everything we can do right now until Jilp stops being a dick. I guess I could put a limit on these slate blocks, because this is getting a little bit out of hand. I don't think we need quite this many, to be frank. I guess I go 1,400, unpause when we've only got, I don't know, 200 left. I don't think it'll ever come to that. And then we'll have the robots just doing a shitload of mining. I was also going to set up fishing as a backup job. There is a slight problem with that. The only convenient pond on the map we've also turned into a sewage outlet. Although, who knows? Maybe 3-eyed fish are particularly tasty. Thank you, little robots. Thank you. Oh, and on the subject of little robots, Nathan, you can probably try and convert cop now, right? 71%. It would be so much faster to just imprison you. So what's wrong with everybody? Jilp, why are you sad? You're malnourished. I mean, look, I know there is only rice, but if you actually were to get up and build the power conduit, I don't think this would be such an issue. It's a single power conduit, and then we can start cooking again. Wow, crazy. It's almost like when you solve your problems, you don't have problems anymore. And then the next big thing to do is throw down a wind turbine or 2. I guess we'll put one... But it fits quite well there, and we're also not going to remove any crops that we've already planted. I've done a tad bit of renaming here because the randomized names are great and all, but I want something with more of a personal touch. The robot formerly known as Cop is now Don Banana. The elf with the extremely long name beginning with W that I've already forgotten is now Lanath. You shall now henceforth refer to the Pope of Jilp as Constantine. And then there is Chef Booby Smurf, of which I don't think anything else needs to be said. What a terrible colony. And out of curiosity, what are the ideologies looking like right now? So Poopy needs converting, Don Banana needs converting, but everybody else should be on... Yeah, they are on board with Jilp. We could imprison Poopy and Don Banana. 72% on Don Banana, and Poopy is looking at 100%. Alright, Don Banana, you're going to get converted first. I won't imprison you, but Poopy might go in the slammer. And we'll let you out when you finally decide to embrace Jilp for what he is. Oh, unfortunately, what he is right now is an entirely naked man. But to be fair, he's not particularly happy with that. Do we get jumpsuits from the get-go? We do get backpacks, so that's pretty important. Let's go X per colonist. We always want a backpack per colonist. And jumpsuit, if I'm not mistaken, counts as work apparel. Yes, it does. So we need a crown of torture. Is it just called torture crown? I think they would have brought it up either way. For Jilp, which obviously we can't build right now. And then for the Pope of Jilp, Constantine, we need a spiked skull cap. I'm going to get Lanath to work on that pretty much immediately. Ah, there we are. Constantine, put on your crown, my friend. I wonder where we craft the torture crown then. Maybe that's at the smithy instead. Oh, it's another raid. And this time they actually have guns. In fact, that man has 2 rifles. That's 1 more rifle than he needs and 2 more rifles than the rest of us combined. I love the fact that he doesn't have trousers but has a backpack. That's a man with his priorities in order. Oh, God. Okay, Jilp, you're there to take some shots. You know what? Let's get a fireball out there, too. Oh, that hit every single one of them. I mean, it wasn't incredible, but it worked. I'm going to move these guys back. Jilp is going to be bait because he has the shield. Let's also get him behind some cover. And let's move Don Banana over behind that tree a little bit. We should be fine. Jilp, if you just want to fire some off there by yourself, that would be okay. You help out where you can. It is raining right now, so there's not very much a fire mage can do. Oh, what a shot. Incredible work, Don Banana. And now look. Oh, we have guns and rifles for everybody. Let's give Jilp the... No, let's give Jilp the semi-automatic. Then Lanath, you can have the incapable of violence. Okay, Lanath, you can disappoint me thoroughly. There you go. Look at this. Jilp has the semi-automatic rifle. Dr. Lumpy has the volcanic pistol. Don Banana has a combat handgun. Constantine has a very fetching hat. And a gun as well. Booby Smurf has a rifle. This is a great day. In fact, Booby Smurf has picked up everything, apparently. Oh, of course. That's why we're getting so many drop pods. It's a side effect of Igor Invader. Igor Invader is a high population storyteller. So if you don't have the population, Igor will basically let you have it. Menagerist, beautiful, and kind. Very, very good traits. Construction 8 double passion 2 means that you're going to join us. But that is the end of Igor now. Randy Random again. Okay. Probably one of the hardest storytellers we've got in rotation. And someone has a non-traditional offer. This better not be like that email I got about my feet. It's about a chess encampment. Oh, good. We need 5 great dresses of normal quality for this butterfly? Oh, sorry, not for the butterfly, for the chess tournament, of course. They will give us plasteel times 69. Nice. The only problem is I stopped the cotton harvest because I thought we would have enough to make whatever clothes that we need, but in hindsight, that's absolutely not the case. Oh, an exotic goods trader and a boomalope. Well, I have a very appropriate name for you. Forgive me, what are we up to now? So the cassowary walked away. I'll be honest, I didn't really want to build a pen for a single cassowary. I am going to rename you to Ice Wolf number 6. And yes, I did notice the age of the tortoise. Well, here's to hoping that they have one other advanced component. If we've got this, then... Oh, there it is. Can we afford it? Not quite. I'll tell you what, I'll sell you... I'll sell you Ice Wolf 6. How about that? Perfect. We've got everything we need for our fabrication bench. Why don't we start work on research now, given that we apparently need something for Jilp's crown? I've no idea what. And these guys have decided to give me 69 silver. Is there something going on with ideology? Oh, good. Yeah, no, that's fine. What the fuck kind of a shot was that? I mean, it wasn't a bad one, but... Well, given that everybody in the comments was saying how overpowered Room of Magic is, I guess we'll, yes, 1%. Oh, shit. That didn't do any damage at all. Fucking hell, these things are stronger than I remembered. Oh, nice shot. Wow. Okay, be careful it doesn't stun us, otherwise that will be a bit of a concern. Okay, run and gun, run and gun, run and gun. There we go, there we go, there we go. Shoot the spider. 54%. Okay, okay, ready? Go, move, 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 move. Lumpy. Okay, that's getting a little bit too close. Oh, nice work. I didn't particularly want to fight that thing yet. It would be either that, though, or fighting tiny baby Dunelisks for the next 40 years. 80 to 64%. Oh, and Poopy's down to 7.2%. Oh, is that it? Hey, there we go. Welcome, Poopy. We are all Jilp on this auspicious occasion. Are we actually all Jilp, though? Because I've somewhat lost track. Everybody besides Don Banana. I genuinely do think it'll be faster to just throw him in prison again. Come along, Don Banana. Let's get this over with. Oh, a Granland pod. Hey, there we go. I am actually very, very curious about how this works. I obviously have had nothing yet to do with the Dryads. Plant Goranland tree. Let's plant it somewhere where you can keep it safe. I guess I'll put it here. And there we go. Thank you, Dr. Lumpy. I do think Jilp, King of the Dryads, has a very nice ring to it. Oh my god. Okay, we've got a rewarded attack available. We give us a side trainer for Word of Joy. Oh, honestly, the Masterwork Shieldbout would be quite nice. It's only 7 people. If we were able to build some defense in time, sure, why not? 6.7 days. And then Booby Smurf demands a look change. Warning, Booby Smurf will be unhappy with the following. Hair. Oh, I see. Okay. So we have to pick something that adheres to the ideology. Oh, no, it's just whatever is different to what she currently has. Ah. Let's go for... What is that? You know what? Fine. I'm in. Well, it is a bit of a weird choice, but I think the first thing we want for our research this time around is work attire. That way, we can get ourselves equipped with the holy jumpsuit of Jilp. The holy jumpsuit of Jelk. And we do almost have our grand sacrifice room here as well. This is a staggering amount of steel that this has taken to build. Each one of these tiles is 12. So even to build a 10 by 10 room, it's... Well, I mean, 1,200 steel. I probably didn't need to explain that concept. I thought the best idea to save us on the 2,000 steel or whatever it was going to be was to combine the two themes of our Ideoligion. We've got the morbid spines representing the struggle of Jilp, and then the hex tiles to represent the techist aspect of it. Lonath, you were an incredible capture. Look at this. Now, in the background here, I've been working on making sure that we have a pretty decent food stockpile ready for... anytime now, I believe it was. It was 45 to 75 days, and we've currently been playing 50. We're expecting a shift over to a boreal forest. When that happens, we can say goodbye to our prophesized drugs trade. Let's hope it doesn't kick in anytime soon, because it's only 50% grown right now. And I mean, a boreal forest doesn't automatically mean that we can't grow crops. It just means we're going to be very, very limited. So I've swapped all of the food over to corn, mainly because it has a longer shelf life. I am certainly far from being a designer, but something about that, Jilp, does not look quite accurate. Well, luckily for us, a team of very friendly interior designers have turned up. It's the Borgalka people, famous for their... Hello, orc? Orc? Male human. No. Bon on the Grand is no human. Oh. I didn't actually open up this wall, did I? So they have no way to get into the base. I assume they'll just burn it down. Have they got ranged weapons? We're good. Booby Smurf. I was about to say they don't have ranged weapons, but we do, so this will be fairly easy. And oh my god, the storyteller changed again. Extreme prisoners. Theophas Diogenes, a consul for the Fallen Empire, wants us to look after 2 prisoners. We could do that for sure. 5 honor. The rewards aren't great. The 5 honor I could be persuaded by. You know what? We don't need Booby Smurf. Oh, shit. You know what? We might actually need Booby Smurf. Here's the idea. We're going to, it's a bizarre concept, I know. We're going to run and gun. If I can click on these characters in the right order. Booby Smurf, I do need you to fuck off. That would be ideal. Booby Smurf is going to get stabbed. Don't shoot Constantine. That's the Pope of Jilp you just shot there, Lumpy, you moron. Where did you get that hat? Bon on the Orc is attacking Booby Smurf. Get in there. Stop this. Bon on, leave that alone. I mean, Booby Smurf did bring it on herself to some extent. Hey, nice shot there from Jilp. Inyadala. Hello, are you any good? 13 mining double passion. How many mining characters do we need, though? A member of the Great Shaft. Let me introduce you to my good friend Arcadius. He was a fellow Great Shaft enthusiast. Oh, and we've got a tribute collector. I mean, I haven't got anything to offer them right now. Although that right there is called fashion, honey. Look it up. Do you have 2 hunting rifles? I do absolutely love unrestricted dual wield mod. It is quite special to see what they turn up with. You need to understand something about this somewhat wonky main ritual room. It is lopsided for a very particular reason, and that reason is, my friends, you can never achieve greatness. And this serves as a reminder of that, and definitely not a conservation of steel. Don, are you ready yet to embrace Jilp? 65%? Oh. Can't for the life of me figure out why it's taking so long to convert. All right, there you go. And then we'll also send, I assume Constantine is off of cooldown right now. Let's get you in there to go and help keep things going. 48%. Wow, that's pretty impressive. All right, fine. I have fixed the floor issue. Now to place the Circle of Suffering. Now let's see what are the prerequisites we need. A lectern and at least 2 pews. Lectern. There we are. And a nice steel lectern to match the theme. I almost wish I'd have placed this a little lower down now in hindsight, but that's okay. Poopy is having a tantrum. She is going to destroy the log boiler. There's something about that that's very poetic. I just can't place my finger on whatever it is. Not what I want to without wearing gloves. Fucking hell, she just cost us 150 steel. Poopy, you're on thin ice. We've converted the very ironically named Never. Never as in, I never will not convert to your ideology. No. Actually recruit them. Don't just let them go. Where did that hammer go? There we are. Jilp, this is for you, my friend. Oh my god, we're out of steel again. I will admit the steel motif that we've gone for with our Techist playthrough is little on the expensive side. Thank God we've decided to recruit so many miners. And actually, on the subject of that, let's open this up too so we don't get a repeat of that last raid. You know what? Ideally, we want to give them as little room as possible. So let's open that up to a really, really small amount. And then look, right there is an ancient danger too we could crack open. Am I feeling it right now? No, not really. If it's insects, it's just free real estate, but I'm not going to take that gamble. Have we got any more easy to access steel? You know what? Let's just go like this and see what gets highlighted. The answer to that is, no. No, we don't. All right, well, you know what? We'll set the whole lot up to mine. And if we go mine-connected ores, that's actually a huge amount of steel. It's just not massively convenient over here, is it? Let's take all this stuff apart, then. Let's get rid of the sarcophagus. I don't know if these kitchen sinks actually take apart into anything, do they? There's no way to salvage anything from it. Ah! Is it finally time? Don Banana, my friend, thank you. You may rejoin us, the man formerly known as Nico and then Cop for some reason, and now Don Banana. Oh, we got someone else as well. Holy crap. And what were you good at? Never. Not a huge amount. A backup builder, that was it. Oh, and I mean 8 mining too is actually pretty good. And there is the final person. Everybody's embraced Jilp. We are all Jilp. What an incredible day. We've got a pretty decent base. We've got a proper little ritual room now. We are well stocked for whatever winter will throw at us, not only in terms of food, but in terms of interesting recreation choices. Poopy has a face. Unfortunately, it's an entirely other separate animal's face. Constantine has an absolutely ridiculous looking crown. And Jilp remains, to this day, bollock naked. And now that you have all embraced Jilp, you will learn to love Jilp. 84%. Bring it on. Here we go. Dr. Lumpy, welcome. Why he's not standing at the lectern, I don't quite understand, and why Don Banana is standing menacingly there at the back, I also don't really understand. I have high hopes for this, Jilp. Bring this all together. Oh. That did not really sound like a bring this all together type of noise. No, that was very much not a bring this all together. It had absolutely no effect. Well, that's okay. We needed more participants. His social impact actually directly impacts the speech, which is not really much of a surprise now I say that out loud. You know what we need? Decorations. What can we decorate it with? What about skulls on a spike? You may think that is exceptionally morbid, which is, well, sort of the point. It doesn't symbolize our terror and our superiority. What it symbolizes is the mortality of life, the very finite nature of existence, the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end, and whatever else it is Liam Neeson says at the beginning of Fallout 3. If anything, it represents Jilp. Well, no, actually, it represents Icewolf. I like it, though. I think we are genuinely off to a pretty good start. We have really jumped in both feet first into the ideology, huh? Every single person is converted. They see the glory of Jilp, the fiery passions of Jilp, and if they don't see his fiery passions, they'll see a fiery something else. And speaking of fiery, tomorrow we'll begin an incredible drugs trade, and that in turn will begin our first steps towards the Archonexus. And finally, thank you all for watching. I hope that you have very much enjoyed this expedition into Rimworld ideology. Tomorrow we will continue. Please tune in your televisions at 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. depending on your time zone. I don't know why I said 5 p.m. when it's 4 p.m. for me. Thank you, and I hope you have enjoyed. And a big thank you, of course, goes out to the patrons. And a thank you to all the patrons who've messaged me over the past couple of days in response to that previous Patreon post I put up. That was a little overwhelming, to be completely honest with you. That was many, many messages of kindness and joy, and it was much appreciated. Thank you, as well, goes out, of course, to Ken the Eagle, Zodius, Chris, Viva La Fight Me, Dang Lee Wang, Mello, Ciala, Elias, Adam Spleen, Nildreath, Daily Barbarian, DQ, Chax, Kish, Feral Housecat, Vash, and King Snitch Gaming, if you can believe it, at the executive producer tiers over on Patreon. Thank you guys for making the channel possible in the first place. It is very much appreciated. Thank you, as well, in the meantime, goes out to Bucky, Warsheep, Larry the Emu, The Gentleman Ghostronaut, Nia Ragupin, Ink, Spongy Bum Monster, Kumbi, Flum, Remdal, Kragon, a good chunk of Balsa, Cameron, Lunath, Slinger, Germstone, Asaro, Sam, Haruni, and everybody else.